Hello everybody, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Tokyo Ghoul Re. We're on episode 2. I can feel my voice going, okay, so I'm gonna try and not talk as much, hopefully, because I want to kind of save it, considering, you know, a lot of the fact that like my videos revolve around discussion and analysing and stuff like that. I don't want my voice to completely break. This is the 4th video I've recorded today, so that'll probably be why. Probably doesn't help having this either. I should probably start drinking water, really. But yeah. So in the last episode, or the first episode, I guess, we have the Quinks, who are like a sort of division of their CCG now, which is sort of like a ghoul squad, or like a one-eyed ghoul squad, featuring Kaneki, or Heisei Sasuke as he's known as. I'm guessing he's got some kind of amnesia from the fight that he had with Arima beforehand, being stabbed through the head and whatnot, and they've sort of molded him into that. But Kaneki's still like a part of him, and he kind of comes in from time to time, I guess, more often than when he like sort of invades him with his Kagane kind of thing. So we'll see. Also, new characters, the group that he's with, Urie, Shirazu, Saiko, and Mutsuki. All of them one-eyed ghouls, I believe. So other than that, yeah, it's just basically that they're hunting down someone called they were hunting down someone called Toso, someone who Hinami's linked to. She looks much older, so I'm guessing we went forward a few years. And then that's pretty much it. So yeah, without further ado, we're just going to get in episode 2. Again, Tokyo Ghoul is, you know, very copyright prone. It's very bad for that. You get copyright strikes because of it, so I can't include the reference footage in the video. But it is timer based and it is full length, so if you do have your own footage, then you can watch it full length along with me. I'll count down and say 3, 2, 1, play, and then as soon as I say play, you hit play, and then we can watch it all together. So yeah, without further ado, I think we should get into it. So here we go, episode 2 of Tokyo Ghoul Re. In 3, 2, 1, play. It's pretty cool, to be fair. Huh. Only came out on one side. Or is it just because it's going that way in the wind? Ah, yeah, okay. Never mind. This opening just set it. Can't see that in the opening that the one-eyed owl is there. Huh, use his calculator to pick it up. Getting his fucking ass kicked. Fragment. Damn. Get fucked. Who's that? Is that Nishio? Oh my god! I couldn't even fucking... Hmm. Hmm. Anything that triggers his memory torments him. So yeah, that kind of confirms that it is Kaneki then. He's just got like altered memories and shit. Who the fuck is this? Why does he look like that? Who is that? What? Akira seems to have like changed. Oh man. Is me. Really? Is that really a good idea? He doesn't really seem like the leader type, does he? What? Why does that? Uh, I was wondering why they'll stand on a table. Fucking. Two years, okay. So, hmm. His grandkids? Shit. It's Toka, right? Toka's the rabbit, innit? I believe, if I remember. But they said Gary trees, didn't they? This old chestnut again. He likes to talk in his head, doesn't he? Yeah, so Toka is a part of Igiri tree now. I don't know. this Uriah guy's so fucking, he's so backhanded, isn't he? Oh god. She's not called Nutcracker for that reason, is she? No. Oh, she is as well. Oh. Oh man. Coffee shop. Oh, wait a minute. This is the fucking... Isn't this the coffee shop that Toka opened up? I'm sure it was, right? At least that was what it was at the end of season 2. It's fucking Yomo. Will he recognize? That's Toka, right? Does he know? I guess he doesn't. I guess she knows what the crack is. She must know what's up because obviously Nishio does, right? So all right. Okay. Okay, episode 2. Right, so I'll just go from the very top. Alright, we'll just get the opening out of the way because I didn't even mention in episode 1 that the opening seems to be it's so erratic. Like, I can't... It's so tough to grasp any beat or, like, any sense of, like, where a verse is supposed to stop. It's so, like... It's just so erratic. Not a fan. I mean, honestly... I think I prefer the fucking... I think I prefer the Route A's opening to this one, and I wasn't even a fan of Route A's either. I mean, if you're comparing anything to the first, like the first season's opening, then it's never gonna beat it. But yeah, just not a fan. So yeah, Nishio was Orochi, which is interesting. I'm struggling to I'm guessing. Oh, fucking hell. All right, so right, Toka isn't a part of Oigiri then, but Ayato obviously still is. So does Ayato go by the rabbit then? Because I thought rabbit was Toka's name. I guess them being brother and sister, they could possibly have this. But I thought it goes by the mask, and that's what the CCG sort of had code names for people. Like they have code names for ghouls depending on like what mask they wear or what they look like. And I thought that was Toka's thing, but I guess I've never really. I can't remember if we had one for Ayato. I can't remember if there was one specifically for him, but I'm guessing that's what Rabbit must be referring to as Ayato, right? So yeah, he's still an Oigiri tree. But yeah, so Nishio, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's just out on his own and if he still even works at the coffee shop, because I know at the end of season 2. Or in season 2, Nishio was like, "I'm gonna leave," and I don't know how much of Nishio's story changes from season 2 to like what the original story is, and I don't know if he decides to leave. So I'm not sure if he's even a part of the coffee shop, the Re coffee shop at all, or if he's out on his own or what he's doing. But he said he was going to leave entirely. So the fact that he's there, I'm not sure. But the memories that Kaneki still has when they come back to him from his previous life, it sort of it fucking hurts his head. So he's obviously So his mind's altered. He it's seemingly a. That's sort of like a split personality thing, because I think that this Heisei guy, like if we'll talk about these like as almost like they're separate people, because I feel like that's what they are. They might as well be, because Heisei doesn't like act just basically completely different to what Kaneki does. I mean, Heisei basically acts how Kaneki acted before he ever became like a half ghoul. Now, because I mean, in the grand scheme of things, especially in like season 2, because there wasn't a lot of with Kaneki, you know what I mean. But the thing is that when you spend like so much time with a character and get them sort of, you kind of you have them down and you've been through like all these situations, you kind of want that character to be there. And I think it's like the way Kaneki is with him being so like such like a fucking tortured and tormented kind of soul. I prefer his character like that, and Heisei is very like, I don't know, like his personality is a strange one for like the situation that he sort of finds himself in, and I can see why it's done that way, because obviously I'm guessing Arima's whole point toward like for this was to change Kaneki into this person, and to keep him that way, keep him sort of in that sort of vein, because that's where he can be controlled. They've even said like if it ever gets to a point where he loses control, then he's just gonna have to be put down essentially. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I mean, it's a kind of like a struggle knowing that Kaneki's like in there. He's still part of him, and there's always the option for him to come straight back, like come back full circle and become Kaneki again, because that's inevitably what I want to happen. Like I want his memories to flood back and be that person, So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Akira seemingly has changed her mind of ghouls since like we got like it's been 2 years since the war thing happened. So she's changed her mind of ghouls since, because obviously she had that whole thing of ghouls, and you know, she had that whole fucking like motherfucker ghouls kind of thing that Mado, her dad beforehand had. Obviously not to a big as extent as he did, because as yeah, I remember hating that character, but she's seemingly changed her mind over the course of these 2 years since then. And if Aemon is dead, which I imagine he is, because he doesn't seem to be around, and I imagine we would have saw him by this point, that she didn't take that personally either. Although I don't know in the main story what Aemon's and Akira's relationship was, so you know, I don't know what it was like, because it may have been completely different to the one in season 2. But yeah, so Arima mentioned like grandkids, which is strange considering he doesn't seem that old. And he mentioned back at the chateau, was it? And I don't, what does he mean by that? Chateau, say the grandkids. Is he talking about the rest of his group? I don't know. Because it depends on what he thinks of Heisei. Like, does he think of him as like his grandkid? I don't know. Because then it could just be referring to other ghoul, like half ghouls, like almost like under Arima's project kind of thing, right? Because it's his project at the end of the day, right? So, and that could be what it is. Yeah, so we had the whole thing. Urie's father was sort of told, like almost like left to die, or at least that's what it's seeming like from Urie's point of view. Whereas it seems like Urie's father was the one to tell the rest of his squad to go, and he remained behind. So yeah, Urie's got this whole thing where he likes to talk in his head a lot. So he has a face, sort of facade that he puts on. His true intentions are always set in his head. And he's very backhanded as well, like the fact that he does everything behind the sort of team's back. So yeah, we'll see what becomes of that. It was explained that there's 5 frame levels, sort of levels in which how the Kagane sort of increases its power depending on how many levels you have. I guess Urie is getting up to 3 levels, I guess. If he's already got 2 and he wants to increase it, I'm guessing it's going up to 3. So yeah, he mentioned, the doctor mentioned that it was to take the part of the Kagane and implant it in a human, and that's what they were doing. So this is like experiment type fucking shit then. I feel like this is sort of like they've taken humans, like maybe CCG agents, and injecting them with Kagane to do this. And everyone that is like that could be a grandkid, and that's what Arima's talking about. I could see that being the case. But yeah, Urie got rid of his. He's basically no longer the leader, and that's been given to Shirazu, who doesn't. There's no way in the leader. He doesn't fit that role at all. I mean, the whole group is so like. I mean, Mitsuki's the only one who feels like he could be part of the team. Urie is like fucking backhanded and seems to be out for himself. Shirazu, who's like the new leader, obviously he has that sort of rebellious role in the group. He doesn't seem to be like a leader at all. He also agreed to go against Heisei in the first episode, because because obviously he's easily manipulated, as Uria said. And then you got Psycho, who seemingly never goes and helps them and just plays games in a room. So it's fucking dysfunctional. But yeah, I mean, great. And finally, yeah, the fucking the recafe. So yeah, Toka still works there. I'm guessing she owns it along with Yomo, possibly. I don't know who works there alongside those two, unless it's just those two. I'd imagine Toka still has contact with Hanami, so the fact that she's dealing with like Torso and whatever, I have no idea what's going on there. But yeah, seemingly it seems to be the case that Toka and everyone, I don't know if Hanami does as well, but they seem to be under they're aware of Kaneki's situation, that he's a CCG agent but he's lost his memories. That seems to be the case, because otherwise, you know, Toka would have, you know, done something else other than just stand there and you know, smile at him, obviously with that face of, like, you know, sadness. You know, because she knows the situation that he's in, and therefore she can't really help, I guess. She's sort of helpless in that regard. So yeah, it's definitely interesting to say the least, of at least where it's going. But yeah, like I said, I want there to get to a point where Kaneki comes back, and I feel like he fucking should, because he's the fucking main point of the show. I think you know, he should fucking come back. But yeah, that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to a certain place. One of them is the Discord. I urge everyone to go there, especially if you want me to react to a certain show, because that's where polls and things for future reactions start. So there's that. Or if you just want to come over and talk to me, other community, you're free to do that as well. And Patreon. So Patreon's obviously the big one. A bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So the big one is obviously early access. That's $5 a month. So for that you gain access to shows a week early, and you get 4 episodes a week as opposed to the usual 2 that the general public get for all of the shows that I do on Patreon. So Psychopath, Suzumiya Haruhi, Tokyo Ghoul and Code Geass all get 4 episodes a week. 16 across the week, 64 across the whole month, as opposed to the 32 that the general public get. So if you're coming for more reactions from me more frequently, that's where you want to go. Yeah, $10 a month, that's the full length. So if you want to watch my full unedited reactions to all the shows I do, everything I react to gets a full length, then that's where you want to go to get that. $15 a month, that's the exclusive tier. So if you want to get access to a bonus show that I'm currently doing, which is Parasite, then that's where you want to go. Also, all OVA reactions and all movie reactions will go into the exclusive tier as well. $50, that was the elite tier. So if you yeah, that gives you a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It'll go to the back of the list. I think there's about 7 shows that are in the backlog, so it'll take me a while to get around to it. But if you want to jump the queue and go to the very front, which means that your show will be reacted to next, and you want to get the God tier, which is $100. So yeah, there's that. The only rules on those last 2 tiers are that the show must be 150 episodes or less, and it must be a show that I've never seen before. And also those last 2 tiers are cumulative. So obviously with my Patreon being on a pay monthly basis, if you pay for the first month and you get your show on the list, and then the second month comes along and you actually pay again, then you actually get another show. So every time you pay, you get a choice of a show, yeah? But that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.